All right, so these guys are jamming, right? Let's see. Let's see how they do it in mosh pits. See, mosh pits are pretty much like slam dance and all other stuff. You know, you seen it. Been in a few of them. A few of them you shouldn't be in, but this one looks a little crazy. So let's see what we have going on. They got a bonfire and shit in the middle of that shit. Yeah, I never seen one with no bonfire in the middle of it. That's if you out in the sticks, and if you can see, they're not even really slaying them, so they just kind of jumping over the fire. Looks like a Hail Mary maypole. All right, see, a lot of these guys are going to rap metal now. See, ain't really even nobody moshing. They just kind of pay attention to the fire, you know. Let's see. Whoa, did you see that guy? Wait, did I just see that right? Let me run that back. Oh, there he goes. Man, dude straight flipped over the fire. Man, now this is exactly why you think you should probably do your homework when it comes to mashing. See, like I made a prediction a while back before I became a Buddhist. So it's see, oh look at that. These guys are just crazy, bro. Like crazy. Well, for what I ain't seen no fire, I ain't never been in with no fire in the middle of my mosh pit, and ain't nobody really even moshing. It's just kind of like la di da di da, like two bros just like, you know, skipping through the forest or something. You know what I mean? And that fire getting a little low. Oh, there he is. There's my man right there. He don't want the fire to go down low. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. He said, "Let me keep it going." But it took the shirt off of his back. You see that? Oh, you're so supposed to keep it on the fire. Now he's just running around with it. Ah, yeah. This is it. Hey, look, man. Now you got two fires. This is something else. This is a rap concert, dude. This is their version of like a mosh pit. See, but here Nverse, we don't care if you actually, you know, if you rap or whatever, just as long as you have a band behind them. But this is exactly probably like one of the, not the wildest, but I'd probably say maybe the most dysfunctional mosh pit I think I've seen yet. You know, especially with my man flipping over fires. That was crazy. Like crazy. All right, well, I had to show you guys this one, man. Exactly. Let's go there to check out some more. It's always motherfuck this, motherfuck that. Yeah, it's just something else, dude. So that first one was a video of pretty much what not to do in a mosh pit. Okay, let's just be honest about it. That is just the wrong shit. All right, so in all honesty, I think the cool part about this is that we're going to show you exactly if you want to be in mosh pits and want to go ahead and do the mosh pit thing, then you have to kind of do it the right way. Okay, there's a right way. No bonfires and shit like that, you know. Actually, that's just not a part of it. Also, though, too, you're looking at here the channel, so I'm going to be showing you exactly, you know, a lot of people like, oh, how do you get to it? How do you get to it? You'll see the logo up there. Boom. Nverse, Villainz, VanMichaels. So this is how we're doing it, you know. So most definitely, we're going to show you guys exactly if you want to get into moshing and if you do like it, because obviously these rap guys are getting into our style of type of you know, of how we get down in mosh pits with the metal and alternative bands. Then gotta show them how to do it right, you know. This way nobody gets hurt and nobody catches on fire and, you know, all that stuff. My man, still can't believe you just flipped through that fire like that, dude. Well, anyway, like I said, I'm going to show you exactly what needs to be done, okay, inside the mosh pit, and by giving you a person who actually knows what mosh pits are all about. So that last part clip we just seen was just pretty much, let's see, rap band out of San Diego. So San Diego, we got to show them exactly how to do it right so that way nobody gets hurt. All right, let's go ahead and check out the next clip. All right, so this is another one. This guy's gonna kind of show us exactly like how we're gonna be in a mosh pit, how we're gonna actually do things in a mosh pit. So this should be really interesting to watch. So let's check this one out.
boy, I need to go find songs that are heavier as well. And when they do, then they're like, oh, I like this. Now I want to go to hardcore concerts. And they get there and they see the mosh pit and they're like, what's going on? Well, that's why your old Uncle Bugsy is here. I'm here to teach you the rules of the mosh pit for beginners. Some of them are going to be serious. Some of them are going to be uber serious. So pay attention to every single one. There will be a test at the end, and if you fail, you cannot be into metal. You can't be into any hardcore scene. You're just done off at the end if you don't pass the test. First rule is if you go into the pit, don't expect to come out without any feeling of pain in any part of your body. The goal isn't to hurt other people in the mosh pit, but we'll get to that later. But chances are, I mean, if you accidentally on purpose collide with somebody, it's gonna hurt. So don't go in thinking you're gonna come out being like Superman and not have any feelings. No, your bitch ass is gonna get a little bit hurt, but that's half the fun, so don't worry. The second rule is probably the most important to me, at least. Don't be a son of a bitch and crowd kill the kid in the Asking Alexandria shirt just because you don't like the band that he's wearing. You don't want to be a crowd killer, folks. If you're a crowd killer, you're just gonna ruin the fun for everybody, and everybody's gonna hate you. So don't fucking crowd kill, you piece of shit. That kind of goes into number 3. If somebody gets hurt, don't be a bastard ass and not help them and attack them when they're weak. This isn't the African Sahara. You are not a lion looking for the weakest gazelle to just destroy. If somebody gets hurt and they fall down, you gotta help them out. And the same kind of goes, I mean, this will go either way with some metalheads. If somebody gets overzealous and right before the pit collides, if it's a fucking wall of death, or if the circle pit turns into a mosh pit and then they're like, oh my gosh, somebody help me out, I want to get out of here, you better help that motherfucker out of there. Like I said, this one will go either way with some metalheads. Some will be like, oh no, they need to learn to kick the shit out of them. But I'm gonna be a nice guy and say, don't kick the shit out of them. Help them evacuate the pit if they were overzealous and announce they don't want to be there before they get hurt. Because, unfortunately, there's always at least one crowd killer at the show, and they will find that weak gazelle. Number 4 is find the biggest goddamn son of a bitch at the show and make friends with him, so that if you do get a crowd killer on your hands, he will take them and squeeze them like a grapefruit and rip their head off, and then throw them up at the vocalist right when he's doing the brie in the song. Or if you're at a Bring Me the Horizon show when Oliver's doing that. Number 5 is the inclusion of the pit. If a girl wants to get in there, don't be like, are you sure you want to do this? Because chances are she's the toughest chick in there and she will kick your ass before you can kick hers. This goes for Asian metalheads, black metalheads, dare I say it. Anybody of any religion, anybody with any belief system, you let them in the pit because that's what makes our metalhead community great. There's all kinds of people that want to shed some blood in the pit, and by God, you better let them. Number 6, if I Go Hard in the Motherfucking Paint plays before any breakdown, all these rules don't exist. The only rule is there are no rules right now if that plays beforehand. And it's kind of a part 2 to this. You better murder the nearest person near you if that plays during the breakdown. Take them and bend them backwards and snap them like a stick. Number 7, disregard the venue owner's pleas for calm and peace. Use his fears to in fact enhance your moshing skills and the experience. If the vocalist says, I want to see you tear this place apart, and the fucking venue owner is like, no dude, be like, you know what, I'm gonna use that against you. I'm gonna take your favorite piece of fucking rafter from the ceiling and rip it down and use it to hit the nearest person. Number 8 is kind of tying into what I was saying earlier. Do not go in there to hurt people. Don't be an asshole and tornado punch everybody just because you want to get your anger out. I mean, yeah, mosh pits are great for getting your anger out, but you just need to learn how to do it right. The goal isn't to hurt your fellow moshers. It's just to, you know, get a little rough. You know, rough housing experience like you used to have with your uncle, and then it turned out into a makeout session when you were super young. Was that normal? Uncle Tommy, I don't think that was normal. But yeah, don't be a dickhead and go in there and just because you want to hurt somebody. That's not the goal of the pit. Although, I've heard that moshing, the rules kind of change from state to state. A lot of places are more hardcore than other places. So it just depends where you are. Don't be an asshole and go in to hurt somebody intentionally. That just ruins the fun for everybody. Don't just punch somebody. You gotta read the pit. Is it a push pit? Is it a pit where you can, you know, kind of do some of this? Or is it a pit where you can tornado kick? Just be sure not to hurt anybody. Ow. Like I just did to myself on that stupid light. That's why I don't film with lights anymore. Number 9 is moshing enhances the experience of the concert for the people involved. I mean, even if you're a spectator and not moshing, you get to watch this carnage as a breakdown hits, and that's amazing. And the band loves it when there's a lot of moshing, because that means they're doing a good-ass job. Don't just sit still. It's actually encouraged to mosh. The rule number 9 of moshing is you must mosh. You always see it in YouTube YouTube comments, why are these people sitting still? Don't be that person. Get in there and start a pit. The band will perform better because I feel like they're doing an awesome job, and you're gonna have a great time, and the spectators are gonna have a great time. So just Mosh. It's part of the experience, okay? The last rule is, of course, have a good time in the pit. And as I've been saying throughout the video, don't send somebody to the hospital on purpose. It's a good time for the metalhead community to roughhouse in a bond. And if somebody sheds some blood, get them out. Just don't turn it into an all-out brawl. That is not what it is. I mean, sure, you can run and become a fucking Horizon with your feet and kick somebody in the face, but that's only if that person is willing. Don't look at somebody who's weak and do it to them. Look at somebody who's equally as pumped up as you. Just don't send somebody to the hospital, and have a good time while you're moshing. I have been Bugsy Badger. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay guys, so actually this is Nverse Villain VanMichaels here. So actually now we've seen exactly how to act in a mosh pit, how to do it. Don't kill your fellow man, help your fellow man, okay? At the same time, to have fun, get out your aggressions. We learn what to do, we seen what not to do. Don't be starting up bonfires and shit, and then turn around and get yourself all messed up. You know, it totally kills exactly what this art form is all about. And yes, it is an art form, believe it or not, it is an art form. That's just exactly how it is. They've been doing this, man, ever since like, man, early 80s. So it's definitely something that needs to be respected for sure. But this is Nverse Villain VanMichaels. I will say I want to thank you watching, subscribe, hitting the like, hitting the bell. You know, because we're definitely coming. Like, I cannot wait to show you guys exactly what we have in the woodwork for you. So this is Nverse Villain VanMichaels. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Until the next time, the next video, this is Nverse Villains out.